right. Virgo. This is your October reading. This is called a timeline tarot reading. I don't know if you've never been here before. How I do timeline tarot is I do one scenario and I do another scenario. You can bounce back between scenarios. It can apply to you up here and then not down here, or you can actually, what my hope is that I will merge both situations and we can possibly create a similar outcome. It doesn't matter what comes out in the reading is really just all intuitive. It doesn't really matter. I'm having trouble thinking. So some of you might feel very scatterbrained right now, or like you're just confused with your words, or you're having a hard time speaking about something. Okay, so timeline tarot it all depends on your actions and your thoughts and what you choose to do with how you feel, so your emotions. I don't have any sort of agenda as far as to what I want these readings to be about. It's whatever the universe thinks that you need to know. Some of you might be actually drinking watching this. I was just getting the burping feeling. It's like drinking, or somebody is drinking too much, or too much substances. So I'm feeling with there might be some of you out there that are just indulging a little more than you normally like to, or more than you're happy about indulging in. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I feel like maybe you should take a break with that indulging. All right, Virgo, so I'm getting research, work, purpose. What is my purpose is one of the questions or things that came out before I started this video. And let's see what your first timeline is saying. Let's see here. Yes, there you are, working very hard. But you're just not feeling like you're getting anywhere with work, or this situation that you're working super hard for. I do feel like you may be wishing or hoping someone from your past is going to come back. I don't see that happening in this first timeline. And I keep hearing it's because they're no good for you, but some of you just can't accept it. It might even be a parent figure or somebody that is in your family, but that you just can't accept them for who they are. Yeah, it's you just can't accept them for who they are, and all they really want to do is create drama in your life anyway. And they're actually, I feel like somebody might even be attempting to dismantle your marriage or your family in some way. It's this person you always give an excuse for when they're just really not somebody you should excuse. They are somebody who's just not good for you. Is as clear as I can put it. They're just not good for you. And also attitude keeps coming up. Attitude. So they may have a negative attitude, or they're just not good for you. I just heard the word forgiveness. I know that you want to forgive this person. You want to keep allowing this person into your life, but it's just they're just going to continue to take from you and take from you and take from you, Virgo. That's just what this first timeline is saying, is that they're just going to keep taking from you. So I don't know who that person is, but the answer is you don't have to feel bad about the lack of connection there, because it's just not going to pan out the way you want it to, is what I'm getting for the first timeline. It's just really not going to pan out like you want it to. I just heard the word desperate. So this person might be extremely desperate, and I know you have an extremely loving heart, but this person is just desperate. I feel like there could be some addiction there too. So I don't know. That's too bad, really. It feels very much like a parental figure to me. All right, so the second timeline here. You're feeling pretty strong. I feel like you've had to lay the law down or like set some boundaries with someone who is either younger than you or immature with you. Yeah, it's because this person just refuses to see the fault in their way. Like there was some truths or some hard truths that came out about this individual, and it's like they just you're like, we're done with this. I'm putting up a boundary now. And ultimately, you're going to end up in a better place because of it, feeling very powerful, feeling very good about yourself. And I feel like you made a good decision. However, I am also getting like, be careful about how much power you're using in this situation, because there could be a little more compassion coming from you while you lay the law down with this individual or this younger energy. Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a child, but it just feels like an immature person, somebody younger than you. Could be very well be a child. The universe is asking you to remember your love, to remember having love in your heart and not just being rigid and stiff. Because what I'm being shown that if you don't keep in contact with your heart, you're going to have a tower moment. Ooh, some of you might actually be like experiencing back pain as well. I'm getting like this rigidity in your neck where it's just like you feel like you're carrying the brunt of most things, but you're not letting anybody around you know it. You're just kind of lashing out in anger. Some of you might actually be moving. So you might actually move out of a home or a situation, because I'm seeing you moving away. Or you may be, some of you, this might actually just be in your mind, like you want to escape a situation mentally. And the universe is asking you, like, don't be escaping. Don't be trying to take away like your mental state when you're in a situation. Like, just be in the now is what you're being asked to do. Be in the now. Let me get some, let me pull some more cards on that. So you're just being asked to just be in the now. And don't try to escape. That might have had something to do with the like consumption I was getting earlier. Don't escape from your life, Virgo. Yeah, you're really just like on pause as far as like that emotional place inside of you, and you're ready to just kind of have a good time. It's like you always want to just have a good time, which isn't really like you, but you're like, I'm just going to have a good time. Eventually, you're going to actually come together with these people or this situation. But it's like, get back into that heart space. Whatever way you need to do that, just do that. Don't be too hard. Okay? Don't be too hard. So now I'm going to move on to the yes-no segment, where you're going to think of a question. And you can go ahead and pause this video if you need to and think of a yes-no question. And I'm going to tell you what the pendulum says. I will also pull some cards to kind of validate what the pendulum says. So you can pause now. So the answer to your question is no. But it was almost like it wasn't like a definite no. It wasn't like a hard no. It was just kind of like a neutral no. It just is like, I just don't think this is a yes. It's definitely a neutral no. It's not a hard no. And then I'm going to pull some of these cards. It's almost like an indecisiveness, which is weird because pendulums typically are pretty direct. So it's like a back and forth answer. But it definitely started to swing towards no. So I would go with no. I feel like some of you might have asked a really complex question. All right, let's see here. Be at home. Bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. So you are in the process of change, which is like most of us in this world right now. Spirit has your back. So a lot of earth signs I have found have a difficult time getting into like the spirit place. So I think a lot of you could benefit by just like really starting to get some sort of like meditation regimen, or even reading a book about this sort of stuff, just really getting in touch with your spiritual side of things. I think that's really going to help you make clear decisions, because that pendulum really had a hard time making the yes or no. It's going to really help you making clear decisions besides just pushing everything away and like going to work or pushing your feelings away and not really focusing on your feelings. So that's super important. All right, Virgo, that's all I have for you tonight. If you want to send anybody my way, that would be great. You can find me on TikTok or Instagram also. I put out a lot of free content on TikTok and on Instagram. If you feel inclined to drop down in my description and give me any sort of donation, that would be great. Otherwise, I love you all and I appreciate you being here, and thank you for watching my channel.